They called it bloom. When it came soft like pollen, floating from the hills in the north, pink and weightless, sweet-smelling. Children ran through clouds of it. Tourists took photos. Scientists couldn't name the plant it came from. 2 days later, people started blooming. The first was an elderly woman at a bus stop in Marietta. She slumped over, choking, and when they lifted her head, something floral had erupted from her eye socket. Velvety pink petals smeared with blood. Her skin was cracking like soil. The EMT said he could hear something pulsing in her skull before he zipped the body bag. By the end of the day, 13 more had collapsed, chest cavities splitting open to reveal wet vines curling around their ribs, black seeds rattling in their throats. But it wasn't until they autopsied a child that they realized these were not infections. These were incubations. Dr. Harper was the first to figure it out. The pollen wasn't a plant. Not exactly. It was more like a spore, intelligent, selective, aware. It sought out loneliness, emptiness. It grew in grief, in those who didn't feel wanted anymore. It bloomed in sorrow. By the end of the week, it had a new name, Threnoflora, the morning bloom, and the world tried to carry on. For a while, you could see them coming, flowers pushing from people's skin, nostrils crusted with petal-thick membranes, teeth replaced by fibrous stamens, heads opening like seed pods. And eventually, as with anything else, they learned to hide it. The plants stopped blooming and waited. People began vanishing in groups. Bodies were found rooted into walls, veins tangled through insulation, skulls cracked open and spilling fresh buds, bright as tongues. In Chicago, a man pulled his wife's chest open with bare hands, sobbing as tendrils reached out of her lungs and tried to hold him there. He let them. In Tokyo, subway stations filled with the smell of lilacs and silence. No survivors, just petals. And by then, the scientists were already dead. Now the world is quieter. There are still people, but they speak a lot less. They move less. They stare too long at flowers. You can't tell who is still human and who is just waiting to open. Some say the bloom is a punishment. Others say it's mercy, replacing agony with beauty, that it whispers in the bones of the lonely. Regardless, if you hear this and you see someone crying alone, don't approach. If you smell roses when nothing is in bloom, run. If you feel something growing beneath your ribs, stretching, pulsing, well, I'm sure you'll figure that out.